vision, timing, calm. Lamine Yamal doesn't react to the game. He's already ahead of it. Lamine Yamal isn't faster than everyone. He just thinks faster. This is how Lamine Yamal sees the game before it happens. Yamal receives the ball on the right wing against Bayern Munich. 3 defenders closing in. 0.8 seconds to make a decision. He doesn't panic. He doesn't force it. He knows exactly where everyone is before the ball even reaches his feet. This is the first secret. Yamal doesn't just scan the pitch, he builds a mental map. Before the ball arrives, his head is constantly moving. Not randomly, but in a pattern. First, he checks the space behind him. Where's the nearest pressing defender? Then he scans across the width of the pitch. Are the fullbacks high or deep? Finally, he looks ahead. Where are the runs being made? Most players scan once and hope for the best. Yamal scans 3, 4, sometimes 5 times in just 10 seconds. By the time the ball reaches him, he's already seen the future. He knows where the pass is before his teammate even makes it. Here's how you start thinking like this. Tomorrow at training or in your next match, set yourself a challenge. Every single time the ball is more than 10 meters away from you, turn your head and look. Look at your shoulders. Look at the space. Look at where your teammates are running. It feels weird at first. Your neck might even hurt. But after 2 weeks, it becomes automatic. And suddenly, you'll notice you have more time on the ball than you've ever had before. Because you're not figuring out what to do when you receive it. You already know. That's what separates good players from great ones. Great players make decisions before the ball arrives. Here's something that'll blow your mind. Yamal loses the ball more than most wingers in La Liga. Yeah, you heard that right. The wonder kid everyone's raving about actually gives the ball away quite a bit. But here's the thing nobody understands. He loses it in the right areas. Watch Yamal closely. When does he lose possession? It's almost always in the final third, when he's trying something ambitious. A through ball that's just slightly over it. A dribble into 3 defenders that almost comes off. He's willing to fail because he knows that one success is worth 10 failures in that area of the pitch. Most players, especially young players, are terrified of making mistakes. So they play it safe. Back pass, side pass, keep possession. But Yamal's brain works differently. He's calculated the risk and decided it's worth taking. Think about it like this. If you attempt 10 risky passes in the final third and 9 of them fail, but one of them creates a goal, you've just won your team the match. But if you make 10 safe passes and nothing happens, you've done absolutely nothing to change the game. Yamal understands this at 18 years old. In the Euros final against England, there's a moment in the 67th minute where he tries an absolute ridiculous through ball. It gets intercepted. Some fans groan. But 3 minutes later, he tries the exact same pass again. This time it works, and it nearly creates Spain's 3rd goal. That's the bravery principle. Learn from your mistakes immediately, but never stop trying. Here's your homework. Next match, give yourself permission to fail 3 times in the attacking third. Try that killer pass. Attempt that dribble. Take that shot. If it works, brilliant. If it doesn't, you've learned something. Either way, you're training your brain to be brave when it matters most. This is where it gets tactical. So pay attention because this might be the most important part. Yamal doesn't just receive the ball anywhere. He engineers situations where it's 1 versus 1. Watch any Barcelona match, and you'll see him constantly drifting into pockets of space that force defenders into an impossible decision. Let me explain. When Yamal's on the right wing and the ball's on the left side of the pitch, he doesn't just stand still waiting. He's moving into the space between the opposition's left back and center back. Not into the space, but near it, just close enough that he's a threat. This creates a problem for the defense. If the left back steps up to mark him, there's space in behind. If the center back comes across, there's a gap in the middle. If nobody marks him and the ball gets switched, he's suddenly in acres of space with time to run at a defender one-on-one. It's genius. He's not waiting for opportunities, he's creating them with his positioning. You can do this too, and it's simpler than you think. When your team has the ball on the opposite side of the pitch from you, don't just stand on the touchline. Move 5 meters inside. Position yourself where you can see the ball carrier and they can see you. Stand between two defenders, not next to them. Now you've created doubt. You've created a question the defense has to answer. And when the ball comes to you, you're already in a dangerous position. Yamal does this about 40 times per match. That's why he's always involved. That's why he always seems to find space. He's not lucky. He's smart. You know what's mad? Defenders know exactly what Yamal's going to do, and they still can't stop him. Everyone knows he's cutting inside onto his left foot. Every single defender in Europe has watched the film, studied his movement, knows his patterns. And yet he still does it again and again and again. Why? Because his body manipulation is absolutely elite. Watch his hips. When Yamal's running at a defender, his hips open up as if he's going down the line. His shoulders drop slightly to the right. Every signal his body's sending says he's going to the outside. The defender shifts their weight. And then, in a split second, he cuts back inside, and they're on the floor. But here's the really clever bit. Sometimes he actually does go down the line. Maybe 1 in every 5 times. Just enough to keep defenders guessing. Just enough to make them hesitate. This is called the fake telegraph. You're sending signals with your body that say one thing, but your brain's already decided something else. You don't need to be incredibly fast to do this. You don't need to be incredibly strong. You just need to control your body language. Try this in training. When you're running at a defender, don't look where you're actually going. Look the opposite direction. If you're cutting inside, look at the byline. Your opponent's brain will process what you're looking at faster than what your feet are doing. And for just half a second, they'll be fooled. Half a second is all you need. Yamal's mastered this. His eyes, his hips, his shoulders, everything's lying except his feet. And by the time a defender figures it out, he's already gone. Here's what people get wrong about Yamal. They think he's selfish because he dribbles a lot. But actually, he might be one of the most team-orientated players in world football right now. Look at his assist numbers. Look at how many chances he creates. This kid could shoot from anywhere, and sometimes the fans want him to. But he doesn't. He waits for the perfect moment, and if a teammate's in a better position, he finds them. Against France in the Euros semi-final, there's a moment where Yamal beats 2 players and is through on goal. The entire stadium thinks he's shooting. But at the last second, he squares it to Dani Olmo for a tap-in. The pass doesn't work, but the intention was right. He'd made the correct decision. This is emotional intelligence. This is understanding that football's a team sport, and your job isn't to be the hero every time. It's to make the best decision for the team. Your brain needs to be asking the right questions. Is there someone in a better position than me? Can I pull a defender away to create space for a teammate? Will passing here create a better chance than what I can do alone? Yamal's constantly asking these questions, even at 18. Even with all the hype, all the pressure, all the attention. He's still thinking about the team first. That's maturity. That's next-level football intelligence. Last thing, and this might be the most important, Yamal's brain doesn't panic under pressure, it sharpens. Euro 2024 semi-final. Millions watching. 17 years old. Most players would shrink. Most players would play it safe, pass responsibility to someone older, someone more experienced. Not Yamal. He gets the ball, turns, and bends an absolute screamer into the top corner from 25 meters out. Youngest ever goal scorer in Euros history. Didn't even look nervous. How? How does a teenager stay that calm? It's about preparation meeting opportunity. Yamal's practiced that exact shot thousands of times, maybe tens of thousands. So when the moment comes, his brain doesn't see it as a high-pressure situation. It just sees a familiar pattern. This is how you build pressure immunity. You practice the high-stakes moments when there's no stakes at all. You take that free kick in training like it's the World Cup final. You practice that penalty like it's sudden death. You take that shot from the edge of the box like the whole world's watching. Your brain can't tell the difference between real pressure and imagined pressure. So if you train yourself to perform in imagined high-pressure situations, when the real ones come, you're ready. Yamal's ready. That's why at 18, he's already one of the best players on the planet. So there you have it. 6 ways Lamine Yamal thinks differently to everyone else. Scan constantly, be brave, create isolation, Master your body language, think team first, and train for pressure. None of this requires you to be the fastest or the strongest or the most talented. It just requires you to train your brain the same way you train your body. Start tomorrow. Pick one of these principles and focus on it for a whole week. Then add another one, then another one. In 6 weeks, your game will be completely different. Because here's the truth. Football is played with your feet, but it's won with your mind. And now you know exactly how the best young mind in football operates. Go out there and prove it.